Gospel Music Today. Now, here are the hosts of Gospel Music Today, Ken and Jean Brady.
We are glad you could join us this week on Gospel Music Today. We have Southern Gospel News coming up, some concert updates, and Jean has a feature group.
Our feature group is from Missouri, and they're called For Calvary.
I'll be talking to Robbie Maxwell of New Ground on today's program. Also, Gary Hautamaki of the Regals, and Gary has a major concert announcement for us. You've been listening to some new music.
I have a new CD by Sweetwater Revival.
And you've been reading?
I've been out on the internet reading the Christian Voice magazine.
We had our cameras at the North Alabama Quartet Convention. We heard New Ground sing. We have exclusive video on today's program.
And the archives.
From the Dell City Nazarene Church several years ago in Oklahoma City, we have the Songfellows on today's program.
There's a lot going on. Let's get started.
You are watching Gospel Music Today. The news is next.
Hearts of Faith will be retiring in 2022 after 40 years. The group began as the Brock family in 1982, and following the retirement of their parents, Donna and Brenda continued singing as a female duet. Danny Jones has been promoted to Vice President of Singing News Magazine, and Rick Francis has been promoted to Publisher following the purchase of the magazine by Seawalker Media. Karen Pett Gooch will be inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame at the SGMA Hall of Fame induction ceremony and benefit concert at MQC. 3 more class of 2021 inductees will be announced soon. That's a look at some of the happenings in the world of Southern Gospel. You can keep up with the latest Southern Gospel news by reading SGN Scoops Digital Magazine. Take a look at their website at sgnscoops.com. And you can find more Southern Gospel news at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
We have been on the road.
Yes, we have. We've been to Cullman, Alabama, to the North Alabama Quartet Convention. New Ground was there, and I believe we have a clip.
Yes, we do.
Surrounded by hills, as far as the eye can see. Park in my driveway, a shiny new car, the kind with a solid gold key. Give me friends in high places with popular faces, recognized all over town. Well, it sounds like a ball, but I'd still trade it all for this blessed assurance I found. He's my reason for living, completely forgiven. Money can't buy what I feel. I can say without fear there is nothing down here that compares to this holy thrill. I've given up this world and all that it offers. It's me and the cross till the end. I'll tell you the truth, if I had it to do, I'd do it all over again. When I was young, I dreamed of success, climbing this ladder of life. One rung at a time, I'd reached my ambitions that never could satisfy. All my friends said I'd slipped and plunged to the bottom the night I gave Jesus my all. Now if that's the case, then all I can say
We enjoyed the North Alabama Quartet Convention, and we always enjoy seeing new ground, Robbie and Dale Maxwell and David Owens, and we always like to hear them.
Yes, we do. Who has a birthday this week?
Happy birthday to Eli Fortner. Eli sings with McCamey Legacy, and his birthday is July 13.
And we wish a happy birthday to all our Southern Gospel friends.
We have more exclusive concert video coming up on Gospel Music Today, but first, Jean has been listening to some new music.
Storm Clouds is a new CD by Sweetwater Revival. This has great 4-part ladies harmony on it. It opens with Shoutin' in the Clouds and also has an a cappella arrangement of Day by Day. The song Fool's Gold is about our earthly trinkets that we can't take with us. And the CD ends with the Star-Spangled Banner and the Blood-Stained Banner. My favorite on the CD is God Makes No Mistakes. That's Storm Clouds by Sweetwater Revival.
This is a concert update from Gospel Music Today. Commonwealth Quartet sings at Ormsby Heights Baptist Church in Louisville, Kentucky on August 14. If you're looking for a concert near you, check the search engine at gospelgigs.com. And you can always use the links at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
For Calvary is a Southern Gospel Quartet based out of Nixa, Missouri. The group started out as a conversation between two co-workers and has grown by leaps and bounds over the last couple of years. For Calvary performs in all types and sizes of venues all over the Midwest and the Mid-South. The group performs many old gospel standards as well as many songs currently in radio play. They truly have something for everyone in their concerts. Members of the group are Paul Baum, Brandon Plaster, Tom Rance, and Dave Taylor. You can find out more about this week's feature group at forcalvaryquartet.com. Coming up next on Gospel Music Today, Ken visits with Robbie Maxwell of New Ground. Welcome back to Gospel Music Today.
We were backstage at the North Alabama Quartet Convention. We spoke to Robbie Maxwell of New Ground, and that's up next on Gospel Music Today. We are at the North Alabama Quartet Convention. With me, Robbie Maxwell of New Ground, and we want to welcome you to Gospel Music Today.
Well, thank you. I'm excited about being here. It's been 11 years, and I was skinnier. But it is. We're so honored to be back to be a part of this awesome show.
Well, that's great. We saw the group sing this afternoon and did a wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
And I had to be a little bit surprised when Les Butler started talking about the 28 years that you guys have been singing. That's amazing.
We actually have, matter of fact, June the 19th will be 28 years. And now David has been with Dale and myself for 24 of the 28. And, there's so much, lots of times, a lot of people and things change and stuff like that. But we've been very blessed,
Yeah.
David was with us for a couple of years, and then he left and went with the Steels, and he stayed with the Steels for about a year, and then he came back. We laugh about this. He came back to fill in because we had lost somebody else on the in-between, and he's been filling in ever since for the last 22 years. So, but he's still here.
Yeah. We know a lot of long-term fill-ins
Yeah.
in Southern Gospel. That's pretty common. New Ground has a new CD,
We do.
and it's live.
It is.
Something special about a live CD. Tell me about the project.
I think one reason, this was the second one we had done live. The first one we did a DVD and CD, but we just did a live one at our home church, mine and Dale's home church of Rainsville Homeless Church. And we named it the way it was. And the reason we named it that is because our friend Taylor Guffey, he used to be our drummer. Well, he and Dale was just talking on the phone one night, and they was talking about how they would like for it to be back the way it used to be. And so Dale said, Tyler, that's correct. So we need to get back to the way it was. So we got with some musicians. We got the musicians out of Nashville came to mine and Dale's church, and then we actually came into our home church right there in Rainsville. And I think I'm really partial to this one. This is like our 12th project that we've done, and I think I'm really partial to it because that was a night that when you go into a studio, you try to make sure everything is correct and stuff like that. But that night we just sang. We sang our hearts, and we just and I'm really excited about it. And I think that I've had more comments on this one than any of them that we have done all along the years. So.
What are some of the songs?
There was like, let me see, let me think. We used to sing it at church all the time, and it's the very first song, and I can't even think of the name of it. But there were songs like That Heavenly Home, and songs like, Lord, You Have Caught Me Off Guard. I needed to have it in front of me because it was a lot of the old songs. And Wish You Were Here, Dottie Rambo's Never Been This Homesick Before. And then there was a couple of songs that a lot of that we've been singing in our church for many years, like I Fought a Good Fight and something like that we actually put on it.
Yeah, well, that is great.
But it's old-timey, that what we grew up with, and a lot of convention style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Robbie, it's great to see you. I looked at your website before we came here.
Yeah.
I always like to try to catch up, and I was so surprised to see that quartet convention interview. That was great.
Yeah, that was a special time for us, and like I said, we just got a new website, just gotten one, and we moved it over. See how happy we were to be a part of it way back then too.
Very good. That'll end up in a museum someday.
Yes, it will.
Well, Robbie, thank you very much for being with us on Gospel Music today.
All righty, thank y'all. I'm honored. God bless.
We recently had a special guest in the Gospel Music Today studio.
Yes, we did. Gary Hautamaki of the Regals was with us, and they have a major concert event coming up. Gary tells us all about that next on Gospel Music Today. We have a special guest with us in the Gospel Music Today studio. It's Gary Hautamaki of the Regals. And Gary, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Well, thanks, Ken.
We had you drop in today because we want you to tell us about a special event coming up that involves the Regals and friends.
Right.
What's happening?
Well, we you may not know, or you do know, we disbanded for about 25 plus years. And we got back together about 3 years ago as a group, same guys. And we had one anniversary sing, and then COVID hit, and we haven't. So we've had to skip a year or so. So we're having our second anniversary sing, and we've got some great friends coming. Ivan Parker's going to be with us, and we know Ivan from way back. And then Dennis Swanberg, just wonderful, funny man, and we've enjoyed working with Dennis for a few years.
And some special guest MCs.
Yeah. We're going to have Rodney and Reagan Balcom with the Life FM going to be doing the special emceeing for us.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I'm sure people know Ivan Parker from all the Gaither videos and from his days with Gold City. Do you have a favorite Ivan Parker song?
Well, everyone loves his Midnight Cry. I mean, that's and I'm sure he'll do that in his program. That's his signature song. So yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things he did great, but that's his signature. So
that's going to be a great program.
Yeah. I don't know anything good about Dennis Swanberg.
Well, if the people are still laughing by the time he's done, it's going to be a great night. He's very good.
Yeah.
Tell me the date again.
It's July 24th, and it's going to be in Greer, South Carolina. It's at the Northwood Baptist Church there in Greer, and they can get directions from that by checking our website.
Okay. They can find more information at your website, and the Regals, of course, are on Facebook.
Yep.
And they can find everything they need.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be a great night.
We're excited about it. It'll be fun.
Gary, thanks for being with us on Gospel Music Today.
Ken, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
In this month's Christian Voice magazine, the cover story is about Mitchell Wisnett called The Future Is Now. Other articles are about Debbie Bennett, Jerry Day, and the group Mercy Me. You can find a link to Christian Voice magazine at our website, GospelMusicToday.com.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, everybody. Listen, it ain't no use, and nobody's trying to turn me around. Oh, no, help me. It ain't no use. Oh, nobody's trying to turn me around. Oh, no. Because my mind made up, said in my soul, everybody.
This is a concert update from Gospel Music Today. Lowesville Gospel Concerts in Stanley, North Carolina presents Carolina and Sammy O'Banion on July 24 at 6 p.m. You can find all the details at the Gospel Music Today website.
We have a new music video this week.
You are correct. The group is River's Edge. It's John and Rebecca Wishon and John Blackburn. They're from Wilkesboro, North Carolina. The song is I'll Have to Run. It's from their CD, Beyond Measure. River's Edge is up next on Gospel Music Today.
We've all heard the story of how we'll stroll through the gates of glory, how we'll see the walls of jasper and walk on a street of gold. But to me it wouldn't matter if the streets were old and battered, 'cause when my life is over and my time has finally come, I believe I'll have to run and bow before
Next on Gospel Music Today, we'll go to the archives and hear the Songfellows. It is now time for the archives.
You are correct. From the Del City Nazarene Church in Del City, Oklahoma, the Songfellows Quartet. Exclusive video up next on Gospel Music Today.
Here it goes. Now, don't hold nothing back.
I gotta walk that lonesome road. I gotta walk. Got to walk that lonesome
What do y'all think about that?
lonesome road. He'll go with me. Through the valley, and over mountains high. If I stumble, if I falter,
The Lord will be my guide.
I've gotta walk that lonesome road. Gotta walk
Oh, yeah.
that lonesome road. He'll go with me. Through the valley, and over mountains high. If I stumble, if I falter,
The Lord will be my guide.
I've gotta walk that lonesome. Gotta walk that lonesome road.
Walk that lonesome
That great concert series continues at the Del City Nazarene Church. You will love the Songfellows if they come to your area. That was Mike Allen singing bass, Rick Strickland and Tank Tackett, and Bob Jones Jr. That's the Songfellows Quartet. We are out of time for this week's edition of Gospel Music Today.
And we thank you for spending the last 30 minutes with us. It's been nice to get out to some of the concerts and see some of you at those concerts. And we'll see you next week on Gospel Music Today.